I got to pay Mark $5 because we bet on the match. And Mark, you're right. You won it. This Hood, he knows what he's doing. There's no question. In comes Pistol Pete for the next. Wait a minute. The Hood going to work. Attacks Mando Guerrero. And Mando Guerrero ready now for the Hood. Wait a minute. This is not the scheduled match. The Hood has just wrestled. The referee says, no. The Hood must go to the showers. He's won his match. He's done his dirty work. And Mando Guerrero says, let him in. I'm ready for him. And, of course, Mondo's fresh. But the Hood now going after Mando. There is no love between these two wrestlers. The Hood says he was humiliated by Mando Guerrero a few weeks ago, and he wants satisfaction. Mando says, let's do it now. This is not the scheduled main event. The scheduled main event is Mando Guerrero against Pistol Pete. And Mando says, look, if you want to do it, let's do it. The referee says, no. Pistol Pete now going over the Hood says, if you want to wrestle him, I'll leave. And the Hood says, wait a minute. Now the Hood leaving the ring at the discretion of, now there's two referees there. Mando says, anytime, any place. But the match that's right now is Mando Guerrero and Pistol Pete. This is our second main event in a double main event matchup. Mando Guerrero still yelling at the Hood as he walks toward the dressing room. We can tell we got a hot Mando there. You talk about tempers. Whew. Okay, Mark, who you pick this time? I'll give you first choice again. Okay, Mando Guerrero. Well, I'll tell you, Pete's got a big weight advantage over Mando Guerrero. Yeah, that's true. He's done it before. Arm drag by Mando Guerrero. Tries to snatch him. Pistol Pete. Oh, takes him right down. Side leg scissors. Escape by Mando Guerrero. I like to call Mando Guerrero Speedy Gonzalez. He just reminds me of like a road runner. You know, the old Bugs Bunny cartoons where the wild coyote could never catch the road runner. And this is Mando Guerrero. He's just all over the place. Whoop, we got tempers going here. Referee Red Shoes Dugan says, look, let's wrestle, settle down. Mondo's really upset over the attack or near attack by the Hood. Can't blame him. These two are going to have a war somewhere. They are going to just destroy each other. Mark my words. Good schoolboy move. Roll over by Mando Guerrero and an escape. Pistol Pete stands at the ready. Don't sell Pistol Pete short. Mando Guerrero says, come on, let's do it. Good go behind by Mando Guerrero. Waist lock. Dumps him. Surfboard ride. Trying to move his arms behind him. Now into a body scissors. Good escape again by Pistol Pete. Got to give Pete credit. Throws a punch into the face and chest of Mando. Mando now going to work on that side headlock. Dumps him. Takes him down. Mando wearing a Band-Aid on his forehead because of a cut. He was attacked by Ron Starr and the Hood in the dressing room, and that just kind of fueled the fire, you might say. You'd be surprised how many fights there are outside the ring as well as inside the ring sometimes. And we try to tell the wrestlers, wait till you get in the ring. If you've got something to settle, do it in the ring. But oftentimes it just leads into the dressing room and the locker room, and you have all-out war. Schoolboy tops him for 1, 2. Oh, Mando rolls up, stands at the ready with Pete. Both these men, for a big man, Pete's quick. Pistol Pete. Leg separation by Mando Guerrero. Pete now just trying to use his brute strength to force Mondo's shoulders on the mat. Mando rolls him off balance. Goes to work on the right leg. Sets up a figure 4 toe hold. A lot of pressure on that ankle and leg and that knee. Now it's Mando Guerrero at the ready with Pistol Pete. Pete escaping from it. In Europe, oftentimes wrestling matches are scored simply by holds, escapes, counter moves. You get so many points for a hold, so many points for a counter hold, so many points for an escape. And of course, the big win is decided by a pin, or if it goes to a draw, judges at ringside will decide who will hit on points, similar to boxing. But here in the United States, the wrestling is a lot different. It's simply by submission or pin. Both wrestlers throwing punches. That's not wrestling, though. Waist lock, trying for a bear hug. Mando just not big enough to be able to do that. Pistol Pete escaping by throwing a punch to the face of Mando Guerrero. We've told you before, Mando comes from a fine wrestling family. Brother Hector and brother Chavo, and of course father Gory, former world junior heavyweight wrestling champion. Gory retired undefeated, by the way, holding the junior heavyweight wrestling championship belt. Dumped. Pete is on his shoulders. Mando twisted into the ropes. Lays back on Mando, adding a little bit of misery, and Mando now crotched, body slam. Pistol Pete now going to work on Mando Guerrero. This is our main event match. We recently, just a few minutes ago, had a brutal match with the Hood against Jesus Garcia. The Hood won it. And in case you've joined us late on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Spoiler, Ron Starr won his first match. Al Madril took the measure of Professor Ito. Tag team action saw Apollo Jalisco and Cowboy Tom Pritchard defeating the Assassin and the Great Goliath. The Hood, of course, won over Jesus Garcia, and right now we've got Mando Guerrero against Pistol Pete. In the ropes goes Mando. Look at this, a reverse leap, standing drop kick. Pistol Pete's thrown off balance into the corner, arm whip. Reversal by Pete. Mondo's up on that top strand of ropes. Does a reverse over Pete, arm drag takedown. The fans love it. Stomps on the head of Pistol Pete. Pete, dazed, mad, gets up, doesn't know where Mando Guerrero is, charges Mando Guerrero. Mando comes off that top rope and decks Pistol Pete for 1, 2, 3, your winner, Mando Guerrero. Mando Guerrero. Pistol Pete going in the hair, gets a release. Chin lock. Mando gets out of it, goes to a hammerlock. Pete goes for the ropes, gets the break. Leg dive, takedown by Pistol Pete, scissors it into a figure four almost, and again Mando escapes. A lot of action here, a lot of good wrestling. Pete complaining to the referee that Mondo's using the hair and the trunks to get his escapes. It's just not true. Waist lock. Front waist lock. Pete going into the hair to get a break. Referee trying to warn him. Dumped. That's a good schoolboy press. Side headlock, Pistol Pete, thumb into the throat. Solid punch to the side of the head by Pistol Pete. Mando punching back. Pete into the ropes. We got a razzle-dazzle. What's going to happen where? Leapfrog by Mando, and whoa, look at this, up and over. Mando drop kicks Pete right to the mat, tops him for 1, 2, 3, and he gets him. Wait a minute. He gets him. Mando the winner, and a quick one over Pistol Pete. Here's Jimmy Lennon. Let's get it officially.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes, 39 seconds, scoring the win, Mando Guerrero.
And we'll be back.